Hi, I'm Chelly Wood and this is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today, I'm going to show you how to care for your vintage doll clothes patterns, to preserve them and prevent further damage. I'm also going to show you how to organize them and how to make repairs to these older vintage patterns. Before working with any pattern, always press it, but you need to have your iron on the lowest possible setting. Never use steam with patterns. Steam will definitely damage them. Although the video shows me ironing really quickly, whenever I actually press out wrinkles and things, I go really slow, as you'll see in this video. This is about how fast I work. Be careful that you don't burn yourself, of course. If part of a pattern has been cut accidentally, it's possible to repair this. Just carefully align the damaged pieces and use acid-free tape to hold them together. Now your acid-free tape needs to be heat resistant, it needs to be of archival quality, and it should be acid-free. Notches are those little diamond-shaped markers that show where pattern pieces should be joined. Sometimes they're a trapezoid-looking marker. If notches have been severed by someone, you need to cut away a square of blank tissue that's not part of your pattern. And then place this blank tissue behind your notches, tape it to the notch with that archival acid-free tape on both the front side of the pattern and the back side of the pattern. Then you're going to cut out the notch just as if it was the first time cutting out the pattern. Here's a little example of that. So I've got a pattern that's quite old and it's been wrinkled and put away wrong, so I'm pressing the whole pattern to make sure that it's nice and flat before I begin to work with those notches. You can see that somebody cut off the tops of the notches, so I tape it front and back and then I carefully cut it out with scissors. One more press just to make it nice and clean. And that one was a double notch, but here I am showing how to do the same thing with a single notch. It's really the same idea, even if it were a trapezoidal notch. There you go. Even with the most minor repairs to an envelope, it's important to salvage all sections of your envelope. Because the envelope itself can include important details, especially the back piece, like the notions, the amount of fabric needed. Even the pattern piece guide can be really helpful. So place the damaged envelope inside a bigger, like a manila envelope, along with your instruction pages if you have them. And then you'll want some separate envelopes with patterns inside. I'll do that part next. Place individual pattern pieces inside brand new envelopes with the number of the corresponding view from the front of the envelope written on the outside of your new envelopes. Place both pre-cut pieces like this one and then also sections of uncut pieces like this one inside their corresponding envelopes like view A. It can also help to have a written description like sweater and pants or tux on the outside of each envelope so you know which view you're talking about and what it's a view of. So here I am taking a cut pattern piece and putting it in view H. It's a sweater piece. And then I'll also show pulling out the uncut piece. And sometimes they'll be even in the same envelope. There'll be an uncut pants piece and a cut sweater piece in the same envelope, whatever view A needs. If the same pattern piece is used for two different garments, or if there are unique instructions, you need to write these on the outside of the main envelope because your pattern envelope can be damaged over time. Now, I store my manila envelopes with all other patterns. If you only have some of the original patterns, maybe some are missing, keep a description page or a little note card listing all the patterns that are available to you. I do not recommend writing on any of your pattern pieces, even the instruction pieces, because this will devalue the pattern if you decide to resell it. And there I am. I'm putting together my own patterns, just kind of getting organized in my sewing room. I'm sure all of you do that once in a while. There's my kitty. All right, now let's talk about repairs. It's possible to repair damaged patterns by cutting out the missing sections from archival quality tissue paper and taping them to the original pattern with archival quality or acid-free tape. This usually requires purchasing a duplicate copy of an identical pattern. You can see this one isn't damaged, so that you can see exactly what's missing. And then add necessary sections or pieces, just like you would with missing notches. Well, that's it for organizing and repairing old patterns, but hang in there to the end of this video because I'll be telling you about my Creative Spark class, which will be starting very soon.
Hi, I'm Chelly Wood. This class that I'll be teaching with Creative Spark was designed around the frequently asked questions that you, my followers, have been sending me. So to give you some idea of what we'll be learning in my class, I'm going to start out by sharing my doll measurement guide with you, but a lot of people don't even understand what are those measurements all about. Why measure a doll? Well, we will learn what those measurements mean, and it doesn't matter if you're sewing for an 18-inch doll, an 11-inch fashion doll, a teeny tiny little doll. Whatever the doll is, the measurements will be the key to help you design a whole wardrobe to fit the doll of your choice, whatever doll that is. So, for example, one of the things that I'm going to teach you is how to alter skirt patterns. So, I'm going to give you my magical resizing formula that shows you how to take a teeny tiny skirt and turn it into a bigger skirt. We're also going to learn how to lengthen skirts, how to make them more full. We're going to learn how to shorten skirts and how to lengthen and shorten pants patterns. We're going to learn how to build our own waistband. So if you don't want to use elastic on your skirt, you can make one that has a waistband instead. We're going to learn how to put a gusset in the back closure area. You know how sometimes you make a doll shirt and it just doesn't quite close in the back? How do you fix that? A gusset is the magic solution. And then we're also going to take a bodice pattern from a dress and turn that into a shirt. So initially you're going to use the patterns you already own to expand your doll wardrobe for whatever size doll you like to sew for. I'm so excited to be a part of this. Please join me. I look forward to working with you.